What's up guys, FuryTV here, and we're back with another episode of Poker Hands. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, as your support is allowing us to continue posting videos on a daily basis.
Yeah, never been.
Carlos, King Jack of Diamonds, +2. He's coming in for a raise. Faraz in the next seat. Ace Queen, also in diamonds. Against a 30 big blind stack opening. Faraz could definitely go one of two ways here. Looks like he is electing to 3-bet.
120
Gone fairly sizable as well. 120. Against a 30 big blind open. Carlos can't peel too wide already, so. It's definitely a healthy sizing. Carlos, I imagine with this hand, will peel. And plays pretty well post-flop. Wow, what a flop. Both players smashed the board. 10-9-4, all diamonds. Carlos is busting. Now, how slow are they both going to play this? Is Faraz going to slide out a little c-bet? It's very easy for them to get this in by the river. Decides to bet 80. Give Carlos a little bit of room. Carlos could make a mistake here, he thinks. Little does he know, whatever happens, this is going in. Carlos, you'd imagine, just a call here. Allow Faraz to hang himself. That's what he'll be thinking. No, he's going the other way. He's coming out with a little raise. 100,000 more. Faraz can't believe his luck. Carlos with just over 200,000 behind. Now decision, does Faraz just get it in here? At any point in just flat calling, does Carlos ever check raise fold this board? Does he want to get it in now before a scare card comes and potentially kills his action? Yeah. Well, then he says, and Carlos says, I've got a flush.
Have a flush? Oh, sick.
Well, that's as cold as it gets.
And you got my straight flush out too, right? I can still catch 8 of diamonds and 7 of diamonds. Yeah, 8 of diamonds, 7 of diamonds.
Well, that is the only way Carlos has to stay in this tournament. Running 7-8 of diamonds.
All 4 of the big diamonds are gone. All right, good game, guys.
What's that?
Thanks, man. Have fun.
With that, Faraz back over 2 million. In fact, very healthy 2.5 million chips in his stack. Bet.
No, it's not going well at the moment. It was an early one that finished earlier. I did it for you.
Of course, the last time we saw you on the stream, I think, would have been the huge cash game we had here.
Yeah, won't forget that one for a while.
125k buy-in.
Yeah, that was a bit.
I guess the juice is going.
Yeah, yeah, it certainly did. I was really excited to play it and lucky, and yeah, I got lucky in the game as well. It was just, yeah, it was a great night.
He had some nice situations crop up, but then so you made the most of them.
He was staying at Orleans.
Yeah, there was a couple of hands I regretted, and I was maybe thinking that the game was a bit too big if I was like playing the hand that way. But mostly had some reasonably easy spots to play, and yeah.
Well, hang on a second. Meanwhile,
wow, this is
Paul Jackson
be
finally smashed a flop, 10-10-4 with his 10-8, but Max is sat there with 4s full. Right, look at this. Not going to waste any time in raising. Oh, well, look at this. Dirag's bet. Then Paul's called. Max is raised. A bad time to bluff. I guess he's raising here thinking Paul nearly always has a 10. Or one of them has a 10, I'll just get some action.
Yeah, yeah, just try and build bit of the pot from the off.
All right, yeah, because if he doesn't raise the flop, it's going to be hard to get a stack in by the river.
Yeah,
right?
the object with these hands, with like 4s forwards, is not to worry about the times that your opponent has like 8s and you don't get another bet, or your opponent like bluffs it. It's just to really like go for the stack the times he has a 10.
Right, and especially when there's a bet and a call, it's so much more likely you're up against
Yeah.
a 10.
And it's not likely that if you call, anyone's going to bluff the turn anyway. On 10-4-4,
Right.
if you bet and get 2 callers, you're just never bluffing on the turn.
Well, Paul, alarm bells ringing because Max has been playing fairly snug. And of course, Paul himself is a tight player, so he knows Max won't be getting too out of line. Has a 10 with an 8 kicker.
Were you partying or?
So he barely beats another 10.
What?
With the wife and Nicky
Guess Paul just has to call here, not do anything else.
Cool and evaluate the river, right? I mean, obviously he can still improve, catch that 8.
Still put him in. His eyesight's gone a bit. Still got a game, but
He's certainly going for his mind that he's beat.
Hey?
Well done for taking.
You here tomorrow?
What?
You here tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'll bring him in tomorrow.
All right. Okay. I mean, well, I should be here in the evening. I'm not planning to play.
It's funny, if this was Sly and Berridge, we'd see a huge pot here.
Yeah, well, I've just started
These
in
two,
the last few weeks.
far more
For
cautious.
years I was planning to bring it to the sort of mind side of the whole game. You know, I was always planning to do it. So I just started in the last few weeks.
Surely Paul can't
I'm
fold
doing
here.
some stuff here. You know, so I was always
Would be amazing fold.
Just open the spiritualist shop.
The longer he thinks, the more likely it is.
Just open
Right?
the spiritualist shop.
Just knows his opponent has to have at least a 10.
Spiritualist shop. I'll tell you about it after.
Max has played quite tight,
I
hasn't
want to
he?
hear about that one.
Yeah, he kind of got off to a bad start. He's opened quite loose,
And
but
it's not spiritual
hasn't really
power,
got out of line
anything
post flop.
like that.
Got 2 runs on.
I really think Paul's going to fold this.
Big growth industry.
Wow.
He does. What a laydown.
Which? You up now?
Can't wait to see that one.
It's a great fold. It's a great fold.
Can't wait to see that one. He's going to sit straight away, and that's going to make him so happy.
Something or other. Can't remember his surname.
Well, look at this. Pavel with 10-9. Isildur with
Again.
another hand in the big blind. See, he does decide to raise yet again. And we're obviously going to see Isildur. I mean, Pavel's just getting bashed from pillar to post, John.
I know, it's massive. Maybe he'll elect to just call this time. See if he can get lucky.
He's just got to stop raising the button.
No, I think limping is probably a better strategy.
I mean, you've been 3-bet 3 out of 3. What point do you adjust?
Yeah, but he's only...
I mean, he's been up against hands, but
Yeah, he has.
he thinks he's been full of it every time, because the one time he did 4-bet him is when he folded. So, yet again, 3-bet pot to the flop. 128 in the pot. Pavel the short stack this time. What will the flop bring? Pavel kind of looked dejected there. Well, oh my God.
Oh, God.
Pavel has flopped the joint. Isildur top set.
Crikey.
Well, this is going to be a huge pot. One of two things happens here. Pavel doubles up or Isildur wins the tournament.
Oh, they both check. They both check.
The flop. Well, the turn does bring a heart draw. Isildur may bet this now. Obviously he knows Pavel has called a 3-bet pre. There's a good chance he has some of that, although Isildur, of course, blocks a little bit by having top pair covered.
Be interesting to see how Pavel plays this. I think he might just shove.
I would imagine he would just call here. I think with position you can just call, and Isildur has to shove so many rivers. He can't believe his luck. It's quite incredible. I mean,
What do I do
if
here?
the river bricks off, he's been gifted an incredible double up when he was really struggling against Isildur. Well, he has made the call. Isildur can't believe his luck.
Yeah.
He thinks he's about to win the tournament. You see there, 2-9-8 in the pot. Pavel 2-8-9 behind.
So if the board pairs here, this is over.
Isildur shoving this river unless it's a 9 or 10.
Yeah.
5 will be of some concern, but I don't think he'll be too worried.
I'm all in.
And straight away, all in. Pavel's like, really? Do you really make a flush there?
No.
But there's no way he can fold.
Yeah.
He does call, and he'll get the bad news. Isildur thinks he's won the pot,
Oh,
but
dear.
he's just found out
how cold this deck has been.
Oh, that's so brutal.
Well,
so brutal.
He was just winning every pot here, but unfortunately for him, Pavel has just doubled up in a ridiculous cold deck fashion. And Isildur is now down to just 140 million, with Pavel having 875.
Can he fight his way back? Can he fight his way back? Such a cooler, such a cooler. So sick.
Know that well, and I'm sure that they studied together and
no question
know each
about
other's
talk
games
through
very
hands
well.
together. I mentioned Yak Wu earlier, who finished in 2nd place yesterday in the Triton 25K short deck event. Wu got the chips in with a set of 10s on an ace-10-8 board with 2 clubs against the 9-7 of clubs. And Wu dodged the turn and dodged the river to win himself a 6 million chip pot.
Please, sir, put your cards in the box. Thank you.
9-8-3 all clubs, top 2 pair for Jeff Gross. Ole flops the nuts.
Check.
Checks around to him with the ace-queen of clubs. Jeff Gross will be in a little bit of trouble here.
Bet 65,000.
65K on the flop. It's a mistake. You can
It's okay.
knock that one, tally that one up.
Call.
Jeff check calls the 65K bet
Call for 5, please.
on the flop.
Heads up.
Turn is the 5 of spades.
Check.
Jeff checks again. 320K in the pot.
Bet 235,000.
Ole Schemion bets 235,000. Setting up perfectly, potentially for a river shove to put Jeff to the test for all his chips.
For sure, unless Jeff feels like he needs to protect his top 2
And get
here.
it in now. He will call. 790K now in the pot. River's the 6 of spades.
And that card's just unlikely to help Jeff fold. Ola raised under the gun 1, doesn't have a ton of 7s in his range, except maybe pocket 7s. Jeff may feel that his hand's more likely 1 big club. Got all the ace-king, all the ace-queen combos.
Here comes all of it.
All the overpairs that contain a club.
Jeff Gross in a tricky spot here with top 2 pair.
This is a very tough decision against such a competent player that can have a very wide range of bluffs here too.
Here's the time extension. Might burn through a couple of these.
I just had a baby. I don't think he's bluffing me. That's the problem.
Don't you bluff the guy more who has new financial responsibility on his hands?
Yeah, I think so. I think Jeff's more thinking, oh, it's such a nice guy. How could he bluff me out of this one when I just had a baby?
Do you think that there are any shoves for value that Ola would make that Jeff beats? Do you think
the
aces or kings with a club is going to shove here, or do you think that they just get to showdown?
Oh, I don't know. That's a great question.
That's what I'm wondering. That's what Jeff has to be thinking too. You're obviously beating his bluffs.
I think they probably check. I think Jeff Gross, correct me if I'm wrong, is regarded as being a little on the tighter side.
Yeah, so you think that aces or kings would just...
It's 118 to 1 to flop.
I just can't imagine myself checking back aces with ace of clubs here. But I also might just be donating a bunch of chips to Jeff Gross in this spot. That's something you always have to consider, not just are you bluff catching, but does your opponent actually have some value hands in their mind that you're beating? But I think with Jeff being in the big blind, that his hand can very often contain exactly what he has to pair.
Another time extension. Looks like it's his last.
Jeff also can have a 7 in his range that Ola would be worried about if he only had aces or kings.
Looks like he's going to call, and he does. He will see the stone cold nuts. Show down the top 2 pair. And that'll do it for Jeff Gross. Can come back and try.
I see in the Twitch chat, Flow Junkie asking how many people are signed up for the 25K. I don't have the exact number, but I know the answer is not a huge amount. Not like last year. We had a pretty big field in that event. This year, I gather the 25K is very small. $10-10-3. Well, this is gonna be fireworks between these two. Kelly defends with 10-7. Mark open 10-9. Wow, it's gone check on this flop. 6 on the turn. Split unlikely. Kelly cutting out. Well, pretty big bet. I like this sizing. Just under 2/3 pot. Again, Mark has a lot of showdown value when he checks back this flop, you would expect. So when she bets, she has to go bigger to target that. Little does she know, she's betting into the dominating 10-9. Given you bet the 5-2 early, you'd expect him to bet, and he flops strong. And wow, that is a deathly card. The only saving grace for Mark is that the flush draw on the turn has completed. Kelly praying that's what Mark has made with top 4 house. And well, he makes a swift call. He's lost a lot less in this pot than he was supposed to. If he'd bet this flop, this would have been a very big pot.